In 1961, Michael Rockefeller, the heir to the most massive oil fortune in American history, and son of Nelson Rockefeller, who was then New York's governor and would later become vice president, vanished without a trace. He had left for a remote island in New Guinea to collect artifacts, and he disappeared, leaving behind only terrible rumors. Did he drown at sea? Or was he killed by the tribe he had so admired? Today, we're going to dig into the truth of a mystery that's more than 60 years old, the disappearance of Michael Rockefeller. In 1961, Michael Rockefeller, the youngest son of one of America's most famous families, dreamed of a different kind of life. Unlike his family's expectations that he would graduate from Harvard and become a promising politician, he was fascinated by the art of ancient tribes. When his father, Nelson Rockefeller, founded the Museum of Primitive Art in New York, Michael's passion grew even stronger. He was captivated by the mysterious art created by the Asmat tribe in New Guinea, especially the Bispole. Michael wanted to personally collect the artifacts for his father's museum and document the tribe's culture and life. He knew these artifacts were not just objects, but sacred relics infused with the souls of warriors. He hoped that people in the West would understand and respect the true value of this art, so he decided to go to New Guinea himself to document the Asmat people's lives and collect their work. In November 1961, he set out on a journey to the Asmat region with a Dutch government official named René Wassing. Michael, René, and two local guides navigated through swamps and rivers on a catamaran. They visited Asmat villages, collected artifacts, and photographed their culture. Michael socialized with the tribespeople, showing deep respect for their way of life. But on November 17th, about 5 to 10 miles from the coast, their boat was capsized by rough waves. The four men plunged into the cold sea and clung to the overturned boat, adrift. The next morning, there was no sign of rescue, and the water was slowly pulling them out to sea. In this desperate situation, two of the Asmat guides decided to swim to shore first. Michael and René were left alone to wait for rescue, but time was running out, and their strength was failing. The morning of November 19th, a day after the guides had left, Michael decided he couldn't wait any longer. He took a final gamble, resolving to swim to shore himself. René tried to stop him, but Michael was firm.
Don't go! Please, don't leave me!
Then he threw himself into the water, heading for the distant coastline.
René could only watch as he disappeared into the waves. Tragically, rescue teams arrived just 12 hours after Michael had left. Thanks to the Asmat guides who had sought help, they were able to rescue René. But there was no trace of Michael anywhere. News of Michael's disappearance shocked the world. The Rockefeller family mobilized vast resources for the largest search operation in history, but they found no clues. Officially, the conclusion was that he had drowned. But in the swamps of New Guinea, a completely different rumor began to spread. Decades later, a journalist traveled to the area to investigate the case. He discovered a startling fact. In 1958, Dutch soldiers had shot and killed 5 people from an Asmat village. They had been seeking revenge ever since. According to this theory, when Michael appeared on the shore, some of the tribespeople saw him as a white man, like the Dutch soldiers, and decided to make him a target of their revenge. This theory suggests that Michael made it to land but was killed by Asmat warriors who found him. Some reports and local testimonies even claim that his body was used in cannibalistic rituals as part of the revenge. This story was consistently mentioned in reports by local missionaries back in 1961. But the Dutch government at the time suppressed the information for political reasons. Of course, none of this is a confirmed fact. His father, Nelson Rockefeller, officially supported the drowning theory. However, the eyewitness accounts of Michael reaching the shore, the terrible rumors surrounding him, and the fact that his body was never found, all lend weight to this other theory. The story of Michael Rockefeller is a tragedy in many ways. His adventure, undertaken out of pure passion and against his family's expectations, had a horrific end. His death was not just the disappearance of one person, but a case that showed the dark shadow of cultural conflict and colonialism. Whether he drowned or became a victim of a revenge ritual, Michael vanished in pursuit of a culture he deeply admired. Today, the Michael C. Rockefeller wing at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York houses the artifacts he collected. The bais poles there stand in silent reverence, as if still holding the souls of the New Guinea warriors. Did Michael ever suspect what might happen to the Asmat people he so admired in his final moments? The truth about his last moments may forever remain a mystery.